Hello everyone, it's Dale here. Welcome to the Trade of the Week video, where I'll show you my best trade of this week. So let's get to it. What you see before you, this is NinjaTrader 8 platform with my custom-made volume profile and VWAP indicators, and the chart is a daily chart of the US dollar Canadian dollar. Today I want to show you a swing trade that I took on the US dollar Canadian dollar, and that's why we are looking at the daily chart, okay? Because the daily is where I'm doing my swing trading. So this is the daily chart of the US dollar Canadian dollar, and the trade that I want to show you was a short from here. The level was 1.3924, and it was a short. This is how it went. Let me now talk about the reasoning behind this trade, okay? The main idea was that there was this strong sell-off on the Canadian dollar, and if you look with volume profile into that sell-off, you can see that there were a couple of volume zones. I was trading this one. It wasn't the strongest volume zone, but there were a couple of confluences there, and that's why I was trading this volume zone, even though it wasn't the strongest one. So I was trading this heavy volume zone because volumes within a trend like this represent a place where traders were active. In this case, it were sellers who are pushing the price downwards. So the level was in here, not exactly at the beginning of that heavy volume zone. That's where I would normally place it. But there was also another thing, and it was the reason why I placed the level a little bit lower, and that was this huge fair value gap right here. Fair value gap, that's from Smart Money Concepts, and right here, exactly at my level, was the beginning of the fair value gap. And I like to trade from the beginning of a fair value gap, right? So that's why the level was exactly here. And there was also another reason, not just the volume cluster and the fair value gap, but also a little additional thing that added strength to the level. And the thing was that in the past, price was reacting in this area, in here, also in here. Not exactly to the level, but the reactions were in the general area around that level, and that means that this area worked as a support in the past, and when the price blew past that support, it turned into a resistance zone. All right, so all those things combined together pointed me to this resistance, and that's why I was trading my short from there. Now, let's talk about stop loss and take profit placement. And let's start with the stop loss placement, okay? My stop was in here at 1.4014. Reason for that is that it was behind heavy volume zone. That's my general rule for placing stop loss. It should be behind heavy volume zone, right? So because this heavy volume zone was the barrier that I was trading, the barrier that represented that resistance, I placed the stop behind the barrier, right? So that's why the stop was in here. And regarding the take profit, as you can see, I have this blue dotted line here marked as a take profit, but this only marks a place where the take profit would be if I was trading with risk reward ratio 1. But I try to get more than just risk reward ratio 1. Risk reward 1 is just the minimum, right? But I want to take more out of my trades, and my take profit, actual take profit, was right here, 120 pips more or less. And the reason for the take profit placement here, actually two reasons. The first reason was that there was this little reaction here in the past to this level, and that means that this level worked as a resistance in the past. When the price blew past it, that resistance turned into a support. Alright, so that's reason number one why I took the profit there. Reason number two was that there was first deviation of yearly VWAP. That's this gray line here, very, very close to that support which I drew here with black. So it was very close, and I knew that there was a risk that the price will react to that first deviation or to this level. So that's why I took the profit there. I didn't want to risk it and go for more. Okay, so that's the reasoning behind the take profit. As you can see, in the end, this trade was with a positive risk reward ratio, somewhere around 1.3 maybe, which I would say is more or less ideal for those types of swing trades. All right, so this is how the trade went. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys learned something new. By the way, I'm publishing those levels in advance for members of our trading course, so everybody who is a member can trade this alongside me. If you want to join us, you are very welcome to do so. Just visit my website. It is at traderdale.com, and if you click trading course and tools, it will take you to this page, and in here you can join us by purchasing one of the packs. There's the volume profile pack, order flow pack, VWAP pack, and smart money pack. You can get those separately in here, or scroll down a bit and get a combo where you can get all those 4 packs together in one huge bundle for a discounted price. Alright, so that's for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time. Until then, happy trading.